So Sony this year are going to be quite interesting. I mean, then they have a ton of new IPs and games that they could show off. I mean, it's like this E3 is going to be absolutely insane. And when you think about all the companies going in with like these high-profile AAA games, it's definitely, it feels like the second coming of 2015, but even better because you got. I mean, I might do a separate video talking about all the just E3, this E3 in general, but this one gonna be directed at Sony, and so yeah, let's get into it. So the very first thing that will probably be shown is probably God of War. I think they're going to do. That it seems like the way they're showing it, it seems like similar to Horizon, where they showed it off the E3 before, then they showed it off the next E3 before and gave it a February. I think it was like they said it was going to come out late February, and then it got delayed. No, it wasn't delayed. No, it was February 28th. So I think God of War 4, or whatever they're calling it, will probably be an early 2018 game, just because it got announced in what, 2016. Yeah, I can see that being an early 2018 game for them. But yeah, I mean, I've never been really into the God of War. I played a bit on the Vita, and I was at the PSP. I mean, it seems like a decent, well, a good for, I don't. It seems like a really good third. Is it a beat 'em up game? So that would definitely be. I think they confirmed that they're showing it. I mean, yeah, they've definitely confirmed they're showing it. Next, Insomniac. There's a difference, but yeah, Insomniac are going to be making a Spider-Man game. They are perfect for the job because they made Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox One, and now they're going to be making, I guess, like the gameplay for both of them is similar, but Spider-Man's obviously going to be more swing-based instead of grind-based, and less guns probably as well. But I think Insomnia are going to make a really good Spider-Man game. Will it link in with the movie? Probably not. Maybe a sequel movie it could do, but to me that seems like, I don't know. They haven't shown off any gameplay, so it could be a late 2018 game or 2019. But I think that'll be really well. I think that'll do really well. And someone's laughing in the background. Now, Death Stranding. I don't know if we'll see more gameplay. I mean, for the past 2 years we've been just getting CGIs. Because when did they show Death Stranding off for the first time? It was with Norman Reedus at 2015 E3. Then the next year they showed off another one, I believe. And if they show off another one, it'll probably be a late 2018, maybe 2019 game. But if I see gameplay this year, I can definitely see it coming out a bit more recently. In terms of my overall interest in it, it depends on what the gameplay is going to be like. I have no idea what the gameplay could be like, but the story itself seems quite very interesting, and I like the actor that they got for it, Norman Reedus. Detroit also interests me because I never really played Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls, but I've watched people play them to death, and someone's laughing. That's just pissing me off. But I watched them. I watched them a lot. So either way, I'll be watching someone play it, and that'll be interesting to see. Because those games, they're not tend to be meaty, or well, depending on if the replayability is good there. If that in terms of meatness, but I meant more like, see, those kind of games you could just watch. Although it is more fun to play them yourself. Anyway, I'm interested and excited for that game. But then you've got the Naughty Dog stuff. That will probably be, I can imagine Last of Us showing off some gameplay and then saying, hey, there's Uncharted. I think it's a DLC, not too sure. I've played 1 to 3 and I still need to play 4, and I only watched gameplay of Last of Us. Never really got too into that, but hey, it got what, 10s out of 10s. That's going to be a system. I mean, the system's already selling, but that's going to be a very big game for them. I expect a ton of third-party games, especially if I don't see Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to be so mad. I want to see that game. I desperately want to see more of that game because I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII on what was it? I played it on PC. But I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 7 on PC, and I played 15 on PlayStation 4. And if they're doing like a fusion of 15 and 7, with, well, more of the gameplay, and then throwing elements of 7 story, and it's not really a fusion, but you know what I mean, like the whole, like the Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts style gameplay. But I just want to see more of that. Even if it's another CGI, I'll be happy. But they showed gameplay last time. They showed a tiny bit, not a lot, but more. I just want to see more. And I think Square's going to have their own conference. I don't think we're going to see Kingdom Hearts during the Sony conference. I think they're going to save that for their own. But I think they're also going to, if they're going to show gameplay, they might show the bulk of it at theirs, and then they might just say, here's a little bit at Sony's and here's some more at ours. I think they've done that before. I think Square did that before with another game, I can't recall, but I think it was Hitman. Yeah, I need to do a separate Square video, but speaking of third parties, they are definitely doing a Call of Duty World War II, some sort of multiplayer or some sort of reveal that they usually do there. Ever since, what was it, 2015, after Advanced Warfare, Sony was acquiring that month thing, and they're going to probably shove it down their people's throats again. I don't really care, because I stopped playing, well, I stopped playing after Black Ops 3, I guess. I didn't play Infinite Warfare, but I'm not really interested in Infinite Warfare, but World War 2 seems a lot more interesting, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Destiny 2 either, because Activision, I mean, Activision doesn't have their own event, so they're going to have to rely on someone else to show off their games. Although I think is Destiny 2 even coming to consoles? I'm not even sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Destiny as well. But in terms of what hasn't been announced, I mean, well, Final Fantasy hasn't been announced, but I believe Bloodborne 2 is a possibility, or a new IP with that kind of formula, like originally Bloodborne was. Because they have 2 teams now, didn't they? They had one working on Bloodborne, and one working on, what was it? One working on, I can't recall. Dark Souls, that's it. Dark Souls 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them working on another kind of those kind of games. But I think it's more possible to be a new IP than Bloodborne 2, but we'll have to see. They'll probably show off Shenmue 3 as well, because that was last or was it 2015? We'll probably see more of that. I'm very excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll probably get a gameplay reveal and maybe a bit more story. I'm a bit surprised, because Rockstar tended not to show up for E3. I mean, they showed up, 2015 that one time to reveal, or was it 2014? They came on to say, hey, we're porting GTA, and that was it. But yeah, I mean, I've got nothing against Rockstar coming on and showing off a new Red Dead game, especially how good the first one was. I put a ton of hours into that. But what else have they got? Days Gone. That seems like it has potential if it's an in-depth biker zombie game, and it's similar to State of Decay, how you can go on the road, like get resources. It could potentially be good. But I need to see more, because all we saw was some basic zombie killing, and that's done to death. It needs to have something more intriguing, so to say, for me to get interested in, because State of Decay 2 is my most anticipated zombie game coming out in the near future. But what else? I think they might end with a new IP, and it might be by Sucker Punch, the people that made what was it? Not Injustice. In the superhero game with the that's annoying. You know, I'm gonna pause and find out the name. Okay, it turns out it was Infamous. They made Second Son and then a DLC with, what is it, Second Light or something, the year after. I mean, I watched a bit of gameplay. It looks like a solid third-person superhero game. I don't think they're gonna do another one. because I think they're going to do a new IP, because that seems to be the theme of this E3, new IPs. I think the company's starting to lean towards more new IPs rather than sequels. Like 360 and PlayStation 3 era, it was sequels. I mean, we saw that with a bit of the start of the new gen, although it was a lot of remasters. I think they're starting to try and make more new IPs. Nintendo making new IPs. Microsoft's got a few new IPs. I think they've got another new IP that they haven't showed off yet. Sony made like Kidera del Toro. Kojima, sorry. Or they were making a game together, but no, Kojima is making a new IP for them, which seems interesting. But overall, that's pretty much what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to end with a new game, and it's going to be a CGI. And then for the rest of the thing, they're just going to show off new games. Because ultimately, they have a lot of games that they have no announcement release dates for. Yeah, and then maybe a few VR and a few indie stuff. I mean, are they going to show... what was it? I think they could show off a bit of... I think Telltale could make an appearance. But ultimately, it's mainly going to revolve around their AAA games. And showing off all their... maybe... yeah, it's just going to show off AAA games. But I heard rumours of a PS5, and that's not even going to be announced this year. I doubt it. It's probably not coming this year. If it's coming out any year, it'll be 2019, 2020, and it'll probably be announced early 2019. I just don't see it because it's too early. 4 years isn't. I mean, sure, the Wii U did 4 years, but that isn't. That was selling horribly. And the PlayStation 4, and they had the Pro recently. I just don't see it. They're still selling. What would be the point? Just sell hardware on a fast-paced selling console. But I don't think, like, who wants to buy another console? Just buy a PC, and that's where I'm going to leave this video off. That's probably what's going to happen, this Sony at E3. But, yeah, I'm mainly looking forward to this new Spider-Man game, Detroit, Red Dead Redemption 2, and obviously Final Fantasy 7. So you can tell with the music I've been playing throughout the video. But yeah, if you like my content, subscribe, like the video if you want me to keep making more E3 videos, because I've done the big 3 now, so I might go over to Bethesda, which will probably be interesting. So thank you for watching.